everything from the first parliament, that's the 1993 parliament, and even though the party had not been fully formed, they even boycotted the Consultative Assembly that drew up the constitution. So, well, boycotts are good. They're better than being disruptive and destructive.
Right.
But I think that we should all be party to the consultative process so we can build the Ghana we want together.
Yeah.
With that, I would want to entreat you and your humble servant Solo.
We don't go to places you don't invited. That's my nature, honestly. Even before I got into politics and whatever. If you don't invite me to a place, I'll never go.
Did your wife invite you?
Who, Amma?
Yes.
Amma works for the government.
No. I'm not talking about now.
Yeah.
Before you proposed to her, did she invite you?
Oh,
you say you don't go to places you've not been invited.
Yeah. No.
Sometimes you have to take initiative.
My wife is my wife.
No, I'm saying before she became your wife.
No. But
you invited yourself into her space.
No. You don't compare. You cannot compare that.
No, but you made a secret statement that you don't go to places that you've not been invited.
Yes.
So on this occasion,
it means that
Ghana
I went to my wife because I was invited.
No, but it's Ghana month. Ghana is your wife.
Yes.
Please. Let's go together.
Then why did they extend invitation to some of the people? So you have first class people and second class people.
Not necessarily.
My wife did not extend invitation to any other person. But your wife, I didn't extend invitation to any other person. Yes. I decided that this invitation, whether it is formal or informal, particularly because I was not sharing with anybody, I needed to. We'll call it invitation to treat.
As a former running mate to a potential,
precisely what we should have been invited.
I agree with you.
So that's it.
I agree with you. But you know that there's only X number of people who can be contained. So
let the X number of people be contained and do the work.
But you have an input to make, and I believe very strongly that. I listened to you guys. In fact, and we were together on set the whole time. I know your yellow book can do a whole lot. So please, don't wait. Invite yourself into that space. It's Ghana month. Yeah. Ghana is your wife.
Daily Graphic. Parliament. 32 years on Parliament yet to establish Public Interest Committee. Stop photocopying Ghana cards of customers. Bank of Ghana warns banks. T-bill rates drop as government reduces domestic borrowing. Sophia Kufu questions policy on Ghana's extractive agreement. Something that I really want. I don't know why my people sometimes the most relevant topics they don't pick them. Yeah, no, I mean this particular topic. Not book on company law best practices launched. These are the topics on the front page of the stories on the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. I've seen Madina hosts regional sanitation day. West African gas pipeline resume supply. I like the Ashanti regional minister. He's doing very well so far. Yeah, so far he's doing well. And I like the Greater Accra regional minister as well. I think she made a promise and she's trying to fulfill them. It's going to be difficult, but she needs your support, Prince. Are you not going to? Hey, everybody. Abdul Salam, you're on the front page of. Hey, so you've started already and you didn't tell me. I see. Okay, no problem. We live to see. We live to see. We live to see. I've seen. The Herald. My brother is here. Bank of Ghana is controversial. Well, he was not the governor then, but he's been made to respond to the $250 million US headquarters. So he will face Parliament on Wednesday, I believe.
Take a tour of the facility.
Yeah, we should.
It's important.
Yeah, we should. We should. Something that. Most importantly, we have to. Okay, anyway, let's go through the topics that Bless sent to me. T-bill rates drop, minority boycotts MPs retreat to stop wasteful spending. Sophia Kufu questions policy on Ghana's extractive agreement. I think I want to read that so we can start a conversation from there. Page 16 of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Is Dampare truly going? Dampare, I'm told is he truly going? Okay. Anyway, so for Akufu questions policy on Ghana's extractive agreements, you may disagree, but I don't think it's bad though. Dampare wasn't bad though.
No, the police service is fraught with a lot of issues. A lot of issues.
But why? What's the justification for? Because all of them are the same.
No, the point is that
all of them are the same. All of them are the same.
No, I mean in terms of doing the bidding of government, right? Because maybe we should have a conversation about how they are even appointed.
That is one leg of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
but the point is that if you are appointed and you are not allowed to work and you are still at post, then what's the point?
no, but I mean, the new person who will be appointed will also not be allowed to work. But at least this one has demonstrated that he can do something. No.
You see, it is better you acquaint yourselves. Your father was a police person.
Yep.
You are a barracks boy.
I am a barracks boy, proud barracks boy.
So it is better you go closer to the police, to those that he's leading, and find out, and you'll be given.
Oh, in every household, you would find people.
The
who
majority.
No,
it's a majority rule.
What's your definition of majority?
The majority is majority.
But the majority from whose perspective?
From empirical facts.
Empirical fact, based on which data?
Now you are coming. So if you want just to make it a topic, then let's go into the.
I mean, I just want to, because you see, sometimes people make some statements without justification.
Yes.
I mean, I can agree with you. He has his flaws. He may have done a few things which were bad, but we are all human beings. We are all infallible.
There is no justification for even the former ministers
we are all fallible. We make mistakes. Yes.
But there is no justification that the former ministers must be left off the hook. They must come back and occupy their positions. If per what you are saying, all of them were appointed by the president, the previous president. Yeah. All of them left with the previous president. This president campaigned on certain ideologies. Yeah. You come with your own set of people.
Yeah, but since, I mean, look, is the security system in this country so bad that
it's a political appointment?
Yeah, political appointment. Yeah, so but must they continue? I mean,
if you are a beneficiary,
then it means that we have to change the Chief Justice, we have to change the EC, we have to change the IGP, we have to change. So every government that comes will have to change.
In your candid opinion, should the EC chairperson stay?
The EC chairperson should not stay by reason of the things she did.
But the same thing you're saying that person might go by virtue of the things they have done.
But I have not been explicitly explained to the things he did,
which you have not made it a topic.
No, so I'm making it a topic now.
No, you cannot.
As for the EC, it is axiomatic. It is clear. An EC that says that a political party is a threat to democracy. For me, that EC is political. You get my point. You get my point. You don't know. You get my point. Yeah, if you say that one party is a threat to democracy, but the other is not, then for me, you've taken a biased position. You cannot be an independent player.
So what is your justification for calling on the president to allow this IGP to stay?
As I said, look,
because other people also have similar sentiments against
they may have sentiments, but I'm speaking from.
So why do you think that yours should be accepted and somebody's like yours?
Yes.
Should be accepted. Your observation should be accepted.
No, I'm not saying my observation should be accepted. Do you or do you not agree that the EC must go?
No, I'm
asking a question. Do you or do you not agree?
Let's deal with the IGP.
No, because he's saying because Dr. Manzu.
Look, let me answer the topic.
Yes.
Let's deal with the IGP.
No,
why must he stay?
No, I will even answer his question. Let me tell you something.
So answer my question.
If it is a convention,
yes.
If it is a convention that every EC chair goes, then she must go. If it is not a convention, she shouldn't go. Because look, let me tell you something. She has made a lot of mistakes.
Shouldn't the basis for going?
But she has asked me the question. She has made a lot of mistakes. We have stood up to her. She might have had a lot of evil intentions. We have stood up to her. She misconducted herself on a number of occasions. We have stood up to her. And at the end of the day, the will of the people prevailed. So even if she is evil, we have a solution to that evil. Why must she go?
So you're saying that
yes, that's what I'm telling you. In an ideal situation.
Yeah, precisely the point I'm making. I'm saying that. So I sat with Bernard Bonner here.
Yes.
Hold on. And Bernard Bonner's reason for the EC to exit is because of how she violated the rules that govern their operations. According to Bernard Bonner, the disqualification of PNC to partake in the 2024 elections were unjustified.
A victim speaking.
A victim of which process? A victim of an electoral process. Yeah. He was part of it. He went to court in respect of that.
Okay, so let me
that's why I'm saying that.
Let me juxtapose that.
From Bernard Bonner's perspective,
yes.
the EC must go because
the
EC
constitutional violation.
Exactly. So that is a justification.
All right.
Now, from the perspective on the part of the NBC, which I presume is the case, is the conduct of the EC when it pronounced a major player in the political experiment of this country, in fact, the democratic experiment of this country, as a threat to them. I'm saying that party proved them wrong. That party proved them wrong. Yes, but and even went ahead to win the elections. Well, the EC is you're not getting my point. I'm saying the EC is an independent body. Okay, now what is the function of an independent body? The function of the police administration is supposed to be more independent. Absolutely. Yes. And I'm saying that it's supposed to be more independent.
Do you watch that probe into the tape?
Yes.
Did you listen to
Yes, I did.
Did you listen to COP Mensah?
Yes.
Not even COP Mensah.
In spite of all the things that you heard from him, he still remained a neutral. He still
he's a demigod.
Because he's a demigod. COP Mensah, all officers.
So what I'm saying, you're not getting whether is COP Mensah the IGP?
No.
Exactly. Have you openly, have you publicly heard the IGP make pronouncements in support or against a political party?
No, there are several.
Should it be in relation with only political party? Should it be in relation with only political party?
We can continue to be doing these things.
No.
Every 4 years we will have a different political party come. They will definitely find fault with somebody. They will come and change. They will continue.
So let's have a collective solution to it.
Aferijan was the EC until his retirement.
Yes.
And nobody had any problem with him.
Oh, a lot of people. So many people had problems.
But was he changed?
He wasn't changed.
Exactly my point.
But when you say nobody had problem with him,
I'm saying that hold on.
A lot of people have problems with him.
Definitely political parties.
So what is your basis for saying that IGP stays?
I'm saying, hold on, listen to me. I am saying that this whole business of changing electoral commissioners started with the NPP when they came and they found a way of booting out Charlotte Mensah,
which we condemned anyway.
Of course, we condemned that. Good, no problem. I am saying they brought what's her name? Adukwe, right? They brought Adukwe.
Jane.
Now Adukwe has also taken over. We will not all be happy with the way she's conducted herself.
Yes.
But I never heard Aferijan or even Charlotte say make public statement against one political party in the exercise of their duties as an independent electoral commission. That's the point I'm making. And I'm saying on the basis of that, she's not fit to be there. That's the point I'm making.
So it is only when you make a pronouncement against a political party that you have committed an
what is their duty?
Oh no, but your duty.
That is a function of election. No, not election for which people? For the people of Ghana. Not even for support of another political party.
For the people of Ghana. For the people of Ghana, not for political votes.
Look, long as the EC chair votes, that EC chair is political.
Massa.
For the people of Ghana.
May I have a small thing?
No, that's why since you are
still not as why the IGP must be.
Because I don't see anything wrong with how
IGP was retained since the Fourth Republic.
But is it right?
No, but it's not right. We all agree that it's not right.
So can't we get to a point where
we will let this one live? So this one should go and we'll go to that point. You look at that. Let this one.
Enemies of progress.
Salute Mazouk. You guys allow me just to change.
All we are saying, before you start, please. All we are saying is that yes, we agree that is a very negative convention, but let's find a national solution to it. Certainly not now. Go ahead.
So my small take on to start with, Jane Adukwe Mensah is not even alone in this. If Jane must go, she must go together with Bossman Asari, Atuahene, and the whole lot, because they are joined at the hip. They are MPP. We have evidence of the fact that they are partisan. Two of them at least were patrons of the TESCON. That is the Tertiary Education Students Network of the NPP. They are patrons. So that is one leg of it. But of course, you can be partisan in terms of operation. But when you are appointed to a public office, if you carry yourself properly within the scheme of things, that should be acceptable. Unfortunately, Pronouncements from Boss Masari, for example, to the effect that the NDC is an existential threat to the democracy of Ghana.
Seriously?
Then also, if you look at the basis for removing Charlotte Osei, that becomes the baseline or benchmark for the removal of a future EC, because she was a beneficiary of that process. There were procurement breaches. Yes, there have been procurement breaches. So that even alone should take her out. Then there was the issue of SAL, which is a very serious issue. That is disenfranchising a whole section of people and not allowing them to have representation for a whole 4 years. Whereas in the case of Ablekuma North, just for a few weeks, you can see the kind of trouble brewing. We have seen her conduct a series of exercises, starting with the referendum. You remember the referendum? It was botched. If you remember, also shortly thereafter, there was the Ayaso West War gone. There was violence.
IGP.
No, I'm coming to the IGP.
So the IGP
I'm coming to the IGP. I want to use this. There's not okay. We'll come to the IGP and look at how previous IGPs had gone with administrations that perhaps
all of them.
No, I'm saying perhaps appointed them. No, this IGP is not gone. So not all of them. No, hold on. I'll come quickly to that. I'll come quickly to the IGP. But I just want to establish the fact that this EC in its entirety must go, not just Jean. You understand?
Yes.
So that one is established. We have used.
Your position is even different from that of Kwame.
Yes, it should not be that singular person. It's not just one bad nut. There are several bad nuts.
All
Why
of them
keep
must
the other bad nuts there?
Okay.
And we know why President Akufo-Addo put these bad nuts there. Just like he's packed the courts and packed several institutions. We also do know why he put people in there after 7th of December, when he had lost the election and had been cautioned by the current administration that at least let's have a consultation so that we don't have a situation where we would be forced to exit these people. And there's a history to that. Remember that in 2000, when they won the election, 2001 when they came, there was a sack and replace policy. Most NDC persons or persons perceived to be NDC and several neutrals were sacked in their thousands. Okay? Now, we also know even the fate. Yeah, we also know the fate of even former President Wallace, who President Akufo-Addo made sure that his protocols were withdrawn. He was carrying his own bags and so on. We do know that
vindictive.
Yes. No, Akufo-Addo is vindictive. It's like corruption. Mother serpent of corruption, vindictive. No, his name is synonymous to a lot of things. Now, you see, if you look at after Akufo, who at the time, in fact, Akufo-Addo was one foreign minister. He was also then Attorney General. In all these instances, he used his office to persecute people. So when he was made president, he continued that persecution. He actually ordered for the investigation of President. I'm saying he ordered the investigation of President Mahama. Yeah. Luckily, because he was clean, the special prosecutor could not, pin anything on him. He actually got
why must the IGP be?
Yes, I'm coming. We are resetting Ghana. We are resetting Ghana. We want to depart from the vindictive culture. We want to depart from it. But if there's basis, if there is basis for his removal, I think that basis must be brought to the fore. So if you have basis. No, if you have basis, then bring it forward. No, I am not saying that he should stay. No. I said
everyone must stay. So we use the laws to correct.
Persecution.
Hold on.
Persecution.
Fortunately, I have this singular privilege of asking the questions. Yes. So
we also have the singular of answering.
I'm imagining if the movement for change had won, he would have been vice president. The cabinet minister on set is challenging you. Of course. I like this.
Before we continue, everyone is making the studio colorful, especially the Prince of La. Derek. Superb panelist. But I'm surprised they are struggling to understand your prelude topic. Yes, tell them. It's not like they don't understand, they understand. Mysterious characters. So why do you think the IGP must go?
If it is a topic,
why do you think the IGP must go?
I believe he must go because
yes,
he has not been able to assure the cohesion of the police.
How so?
Because I'm privy to a number of them that have personally come to me. One on the basis of even promotion. The number of people that are due for promotion in the police is mind-boggling. It's becoming more or less to whom you know. It's a clique.
I know who you are talking about.
No, not beyond. And you see, Kwame, what is my interest? I'm not a police officer.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in taking over as an IGP.
And your age will not even
allow me to. And I have no relative who is a police officer. But the truth of the matter is that if the police front breaks, you and I
not safe.
That's the point.
Yeah.
And that is how come that command structure is not functioning effectively. Yes. People go and arrest before the elections. You remember the Kaswa incident?
Yes, I do.
Involving Koyo.
Yep.
At a point, there was a total breakdown of law.
Yes.
When the IGP was called, saying he has no idea about it, who is doing that. When the commander at Constables Police Station was confronted, he said he had no idea. How can you have a police institution that is behaving like that? We have someone, a supporter, a football fan, who has been killed as we speak.
Yeah.
No cohesion. And a number of these incidents. So I don't have any personal problem with Dampari. In fact, I was one of those when he came. I had so much admiration for him.
Yes.
But his actions and inactions gave me the indication that he was not fit for the job. Look, as we speak, police. But for only a few days, it's very difficult to even have any of their communication or public relations speak to matters.
Yeah.
Because all of them have been directed by Dampari not to speak. But the police is a public institution. It's not your private property. You get my point. And this whole business of trying to pitch one commissioner against the other, it started. Look, Bukiri Nabu's recording of those officers. Who engineered it? Who engineered it? For that whole episode to turn into an inquiry into the police service itself, and look at the utterances that came out.
A national embarrassment.
Listen to Agozo. Listen to DSP Right Odro, and so on and so forth. So embarrassing a spectacle happening in the police. So for me, to safeguard the interests of this country, mind you, the police is responsible for internal security. You understand? He must go, and we get someone who will be able to do the job. That is the basis for which I'm calling.
But so you are saying that he cannot do the job, or because he's doing the job. But others have a problem with his leadership style. So you think he should go? Let me ask viewers, okay? Because we are not the sole repositories of knowledge. Viewers, the camera should come on me. Hey, bring the camera. Viewers, please. This one, I'm not doing any propaganda or the bidding of IGP. IGP is not my friend. You know, I know him from afar. My dad. We're going to. No. When I saw it, I just thought that, you know, my father worked under him many years ago in Tema. And my father told him about how he worked diligently, etc. No, it's not a family. I don't know him. I've never met him before. My dad is dead and gone, brother.
Oh yeah.
So, no. I'm not doing any propaganda for anybody. So, viewers, please, do you think genuinely from your heart that we should change IGP Dampari?
They're opening the phone lines.
The phone lines, no, there's a challenge with it. So, but text messages and WhatsApp messages will do. Do you think that we should change Dampari, the IGP? And after this, I'll put it on my Facebook page as well, so you can go and vote. Because Ghana is for all of us, Master. It's not
now up to Monday when we can
declare the results.
I think Solo has a few good points, except to say that it's not sufficient. I know that there have been various allegations against the IGP that he's a media, police chief. He's doing his, work in the media. He's always showing up at people's funerals and commiserating with families and so on. Is that the job of the IGP? Maybe to some extent. Centralizing the PR of the police, whereas things that are happening actually on the ground across the country, may not serve as well. But then I think there may be a motivation to ensure that there's coherence and information flow, where there's not contradictory information also coming out. So we need to weigh things. I'm not saying that it's perfect. I have my beef with the IGP. For example, when it came to the Ayawaso West Wagon.
I wanted to mention
the Ayawaso West Wagon. I was part of the delegation that went to his office. The national chairman, the general secretary, Marietta, Briapon, and others. And he said he didn't know anything about that operation that was carried out and that they were at the police training school at the time. I mean, it was just, so what do you do after that? Yeah. What did you do to the ACP?
Did you believe that position that he didn't know anything about?
No, that is, no, he himself and all the police commanders were there. And it was a very, you know, constructive discussion, but I was not satisfied. Then we've seen what happened in Techiman.
Yes.
We've seen other, you know, the IGP is the head of election security. So any election in this country, and of course, as for Jimensa, we know her motivation and where her apron strings are tied to the MPP. And that particular election, there was a deliberate effort to win by all means, and they did. Now, you see, if you look at, what do you call it, the IGP's own, record when it comes to other elections, including the very last one, post-election. This one is post-election. The CID director allowed the CID training center to be used for election recollation. There was very contradictory information, even at the very top. This is not in the regions and in the districts where there was some centralized information. Now, did the IGP authorize the CID lady to allow the EC to do the recollation or not? If he did not, he should say it. If he did, then he should take the fall for it. Because it was not only illegal, it led to violence even in that place. I was there. Look, bailiffs came wanting to serve processes on another prayer. I was there. In fact, I led the media team to follow the bailiffs to go and serve him downstairs when the CID and the police people in there prevented a proper, you know, court of this country from serving somebody who had, you know, an election notice. And the IGP himself had been served. Yet they ignored all these. So if on the basis of his own actions and inactions, at least that which I can vouch for, I mean, he has to at least be allowed to answer. Because if you take very seriously the statements that have been made by Dr. Agojo, you realize that the police institution needs reform, and I'm very sure that this government is going to not only reset, but it's going to reform that. The president has given the assurance that he's not going to interfere. Muntaka, who is the interior minister, has also indicated same. And I believe the president, first, so far, all the things he said, he's keeping his promises. And it's beginning to show good results. And when we come to the Bank of Ghana, I'm sure would attest to the fact that, I mean, various things are happening. So I think that we must give the IGP an opportunity to speak. You are a lawyer. You know that, listen, if we cannot, you know, call him out without hearing him. So we must give him the platform. He must be, yeah, they must be given the platform. That's what the EC did, the entire team. Not the EC chair, no, the entire team. So when they are given the opportunity, and I think we must insist on that. The next thing is that when it comes to the appointment of the IGP, Agojo's statements and the fact that the police institution has been politicized over the years, if we intend to really reset it, then I think that we may have to wait for the constitutional review process. Because all of these may factor into it to insulate properly the IGP and the police institution from the control. Because if the appointing authority is the president will have to install him, regardless of what anybody thinks. Some people are trying to stampede the president as though they are superior to the constitution. The constitution of Ghana remains the constitution of Ghana until it is changed. And President Mahama won by an overwhelming majority. It's not like the Akufo-Addo kind of, you know, slim margin thing. So nobody should attempt to take any power from him. In fact, we are trying to remove some powers of the president and not make the presidency powerful. Not because people have been abusing it, but because Akufo-Addo and people like him may come in the future. That's why we are trying to put in safety nets. So, but if you have a good president like Mahama, then maybe we can keep
your point that he must stay or he must go.
I think we should hear him first. I have listed my issues. I have listed my issues.
We must hear all those people first.
We must hear the issue first. We must hear.
I have agreed to that. Look, I petitioned on 21st January 2021. Myself and Elikem Kotoko petitioned President Akufo-Addo for the removal of Jimensa. That petition was never heard. Never. For the entire period. So it is not my position that, and all the things I've said are listed in there, including what the bias issue, including the SAL issue, including the procurement breaches, and so on and so forth. But I want to keep an open mind. She survived this. Now this president is saying he's resetting everything. So let us give him the opportunity to reset. Let us give people the fair basis. But if they don't come out to also address the public on these things, then they should go. If they are given the opportunity and they refuse to talk, they should go. Yeah. But if they come and talk and they sound convincing, because you can never know why somebody did something. Yeah. If he comes and puts the blame, for example, on Akufo-Addo and so on, then maybe he's a wimp. He must go. Yeah. If he comes and takes responsibility and resigns, he is gone. But whichever is the case, he must be given opportunity to be heard.
So he will be heard and he will go. That is it.
And he will be heard and he will go.
I have no problem with the IG.
Don't do that.
I like his public disposition. Yeah, but the point is that
so you go and who should come?
I don't know who should come, but somebody will definitely occupy the position.
You also should the opinion of the person who can occupy the position. I don't need to mention anybody's name. So, no. I don't have any.
Can you imagine?
So, what is also suggesting that is doing the bidding of the IG. If you are doing the bidding of somebody,
I can sit here.
He's also doing the bidding of the IG.
Hold on. Let me admit that I've been from the beginning. It wasn't my intention to want to do the bidding of the IG. Let me be clear on that.
Yes.
But right now,
you
I agree.
Yes.
Exactly. I'm in the show. No. I am not doing the show. You are. I'm doing the bidding of the IGP by reason of the analysis that was made cogently. But his analysis like the IGP.
What was his position?
Listen.
But I think his analysis does not exonerate the IGP.
You know what the
it does not.
No.
Hearing the IGP
from the beginning, hold on. Prince from the beginning did not say that the IGP must go. So
and neither did he say he must stay.
No. So if somebody says that the IGP must go,
I haven't spoken on it.
If somebody says the IGP must go, you are not going to speak on it.
Maybe to be you don't
support me. I know you will support me.
You can't support me.
I don't even want me to support you. I'm saying that.
I've been a good on the show. You see, I have smashed your wife.
We came to this studio having been given topics. All of a sudden, he comes in with IGP.
Hold on.
And you think I'll take it lightly?
No, so the reason why I brought in the IGP was because he has a picture with the special prosecutor.
But there are so many pictures here.
Oh, so when I saw I moved to
immediately.
Special prosecutor.
Hold on. I moved to read the story on Madame Sophia Akufo.
Yes.
So when I flipped to Madame Sophia Akufo, then I saw his picture. And that's why I asked the question, because I've seen that people are doing some propaganda against the IGP.
And people are also doing propaganda for the IGP.
That one I've not seen it.
I've heard a lot.
I've not seen it.
I've heard a lot.
Okay,
I've not seen it.
That is a topical issue. Yes. So it is up for discussion.
So you said bring it proper.
We tried the of Kwame. Let's discuss Kwame. All I'm saying is that.
No, but no, he has not made. You have to. He has to comment on.
Let me make my.
Yes.
Now you people are going to add that one. But you can't be Kwame must go.
So you must understand.
So because there is a change of government, Kwame must also go.
Especially when he was even an incoming.
Okay, I don't want to go.
Stay there. You see, in an ideal situation, the IGP should rather be hailed.
Yeah.
This is a very good professional who should function in an ideal situation. Unfortunately, we are not dealing with an ideal situation. And that is why the IGP himself should have known that he would have problems. There are only two things. You either stand up to the regime or you resign. Look, in the case of Agbozo, when Agbozo started, some of us who understand the dynamics of partisan politics and partisan vendetta knew very well that he was doing the right thing, but he would be victimized. We knew it. In fact, that should have been an opportunity for the IGP and the entire police administration to support him.
But wait, is it true that he was deliberately tossed into that cool thing to make the case nice.
Oh no, but what? Look, let me tell you something. Everybody, it stands to reason that Agbozo was a victim of any evil unimaginable.
Yes. So must he be reinstated?
No, we don't know. Maybe he doesn't. So the conversation. So my conclusion is that yes, this should be an opportunity for us to have a national dialogue.
Were you invited to the National Education Forum?
Yes, I was.
You were invited?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So were you invited to the National Education Forum?
No, these people, they don't invite anybody for anything. That is why it gives me that joy. So that when they finish their job, I will take my time and punch all the various holes.
But, so it means that after the swearing in, you have not been invited to any event?
No.
Thereafter?
No.
So the National Education Forum, you were not invited?
No.
National Economic, is it Forum or Summit?
No.
You have not been invited?
So no.
State to the Nation address, you were not invited?
Nothing.
Wow.
They will only invite us when it's funeral. We will go.
But let me tell you something about my experience.
I don't understand. No, respectfully, I want to understand something. So, Alan was not invited?
No.
Senior leaders of your party were not invited?
No. You yourself, you are not invited.
Well, now I'm sitting here as a presenter.
No, but you must also help the discourse.
Even as a presenter, you should be, because this program, you know what this program
I agree, but I was not invited.
Let me see.
Whether in my personal capacity as
some of us are vilified,
or as a running mate in the just ended election, I was not invited.
Some of us are vilified as propaganda, part of the propaganda machinery of NDC.
Yes.
But the
Some of
NDC,
us.
you know, the NDC, and for that
But
matter,
I should be careful then.
the government must be put on notice.
I'm telling you.
That, you see, it will serve their own interests and that of their government to begin to involve the movement for change in their activities. Because you see, if for nothing at all, we have given them a plan, and we involving ourselves in their deliberations will further enrich their cause. The only credible movement available now. Now the NPP, when you invite them, they will even come. I understand they are boycotting the economic dialogue.
We are even treating that as part of it.
You understand? So if you don't get us in there, how will you get varied views?
Do you think the NDC has learned from their lessons?
I think they were not prepared before they came to power.
No. In terms of, because you see, governance is about inclusivity and participation.
Yes.
And inclusivity, particularly because the disposition of His Excellency Jordan. And look, to be honest with you, I've sat on this show, I've sat on Alaji and Alaji, and I've made an open declaration about what I think of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And I've said it openly, quite openly, and frankly, that I love his disposition, right? I love the new John Dramani Mahama. I've said that countless number of times. I don't know if it is as a result of some ill decisions which have been made on his behalf, unbeknown to him, which is why some of the people who are supposed to be invited and things like that are not being invited. I don't know. I genuinely do not know, right? But I think that, you know, going forward, and for us to be able to build a Ghana that is able to do what is right, essentially, for want of a proper expression, a Ghana that is supposed to take care of its citizenry, right? Everybody who was an active player in the previous, in the 2024 elections, everybody who was commenting on the mismanagement of Nana Akufo-Addo's administration, at least, at the very least, right, campaigned for change.
Of course. Can I make a statement?
You know, so once that change has been given, it doesn't matter whether you're an NDC member or you are not. We have a Ghana, a country to build, and all of us must be involved in that exercise. You want to make a quick point?
Yeah,
and these are just preliminary comments.
Very quick
we'll still have a lot
Actually,
of time,
I think
so
my earlier statement about the boycotts will suffice for the MPP.
Right.
So their absence, it's up to them. We can't force them to drink. In any case, if we're to talk about the economy, they'll feel guilty. Because they have left a mess, and they don't want to be there when
exposed.
The mess is being discussed, and they don't have solutions, because the solutions would include, and I was having a discussion with one of their former appointees this morning.
Are we discussing that topic?
Yeah,
Now, because the topics are just
and you see, the timing of this forum is very critical. It's coming days ahead of the budget being read, and it comes shortly after the State of the Nation. It's the setting of the tone by the president at the sorry. Yes, that's fine. Now, you see, the president set the tone at the State of the Nation, address, and the budget will be. This movement people, is this how you are moving?
No, move yourself. Move yourself.
Okay. I'm saying that the president set the tone at the State of the Nation. Even this, putting into being these fora, that is the consultative fora, yes, namely that one on education, one possibly on health soon, and then the economy and so on, is enough a basis for you to conclude that John Mahama has not only not changed, but he's still the consultative person. But he is appointing people to run the affairs because government is big. Now, at the same time, if you look at the overwhelming, vote that he had, if it's to look at the people who voted for him or advocated for in their own small way and so on, then maybe the Independence Square may be a better venue. We have a limited space. But yes, I do agree that there are some very key, organizations like all the political parties at least have come together to have their various manifestos, yes, some of which can enrich whatever good. And I'm not saying that the NDC didn't have a good economic model. They have a very good model which Ghanaians overwhelmingly endorsed. But the president has opened it up for further, infusion with other things, so we can now all together build the Ghana that we want. So I think that it may have been an aberration that your political institution has not been invited. I don't know why. But I recall that even at the education one, there was a similar omission of the bishops, the Crazy Council and all that. The president apologized for that. Immediately they were invited. And they did, not only attend, but the president even made further overtures to that segment, that's the religious bodies, that we are building the hostels. We are going to build more. We're not going to build schools without accommodation. But because there's no money, because people have stolen the money, we would look at other people coming in to chip in. And he invited the Christian community and the clergy, including the Muslims, if they have resources, to come and partner with government. That's the way forward. And I want to say that possibly your announcing this would highlight the fact that you've not been invited, and others like Mona, etc. But I think that you should not also sit down.
Mona has been invited.
Yeah, but you should not sit down. From here, I'll drive behind you, and the two of you, to the Independence Square. If you don't enter, that's fine. But I'll make sure that you are there. And if you don't enter, that one is up to you.
No,
Ghanaians are watching. But the NPP claimed that they were not invited to the education forum and were crying wolf. Subsequent to that, they are not attending anything and they are boycotting. That is the area I don't want you to be found in.
Why would you invite the two of them and not me?
Oh, I'm saying everybody is invited.
No, it's a public.
It's a public.
You mentioned the two of you. You are driving.
I said I'll drive behind you.
The two of you. You said the two of.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yes.
All right. Very well. Very well. Very well. So I open it up to all. But the point also is that when we get there, as to whether you'll be able to enter because the place is not full, yes, will be contingent on the fact that we go early. So let us not waste time at all. But as soon as we finish the program, let us head there. As for you, Your Excellency.
No, you have Excellency. You don't have a problem. That's my question.
Yes, sir.
I want you to mention. I want you to withdraw the two of you.
I said all of you.
All of okay.
I said all of you. So now, with that said, I think that we are.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Well, Madam Sophia questions policy on Ghana's extractive agreement. And she is saying that, she's questioning the policy guiding the extraction of Ghana's mineral resources and how the proceeds are apportioned between the state and foreign investors. She wondered why Ghana was still entering into contracts with extractive companies on these natural resources and ended up being exploited. According to her, comparing recent agreements made by the state to the jurisdictions, Ghana was being overly exploited. She therefore recommended that those agreements be reconsidered, going forward. Let me start with you, Solomon Owusu, on this one.
Kwame, really, we've had terrible extractive agreements over the years, and that is how come when you go to mineral-rich regions or areas in this country, poverty will greet you and smile at you. It is just not right that cumulatively, if you look at our interest in all these mineral companies that we have, it is not anything about 5%. And how can we have all the mineral resources sitting beneath our lands, yet we don't make anything out of it? Sometimes I wonder whether it's greed. I'm tempted to believe that it's greed. Was it last year or so? You remember the issue with the lithium? And how we fought it, even on this platform. interestingly, we had people who are supposed to be experts in that sector writing theses that it was going to be beneficial to this country, and so we must let go of our lithium to that company in Australia. Why Ghana was going to collect taxes, get corporate taxes, and so on and so forth. Abu Jinapo defended it to and nail. But the truth of the matter is that the taxes that you are expecting from these minerals, it is what they declare. At the company, you don't have an accountant. And if you are going to get your 25% corporate tax, they have to declare the profit for you to take those 25% taxes you are talking about. And many a times, what these international companies do is that even when they buy shirts, they add it to their operational expenses. So at the end of the day, they will only declare a profit of, say, $1,000. When they declare a profit of $1,000 and you apply your 25%, how much would you have gotten for the state? I have looked at the equity structure, the amount of money that the company has invested in the lithium project, and it is not anything above $100 million. How much did we expend on the National Cathedral? $58 million. How much were we giving to SML? $1 billion Ghana cedis. How much cumulatively has this national service scheme allegedly cost us? So what it tells us is that we as a country could have mobilized that much needed revenue to mine these minerals ourselves. The government does not necessarily have to take the frontline role. It could have given support to the private sector, Ghanaians for that matter, to do that. Because if you understand or agree that the world is moving to EV, electric vehicles, and electric vehicles needs, lithium as a key component, why would you allow a foreigner to come and do the mining for you?
You know why we have green energy now as part of the energy sector?
Yes.
You know why we have the gold board now functioning and the Bank of Ghana is having of its...
No, we're going to discuss that.
Yeah.
So clearly, we have people really who are not thinking through the policies that are implemented. And that's why I said that I don't believe for a moment that they don't know the mathematical position of some of these things, except that sometimes it's greed that is dictating. We must go back, and I agree with her, that the sort of agreements that we do with these partners does not inure to the benefit of the people of this country. If we are going to be strong and enter some of these enterprises with the Ghanaian leading, I'm telling you, will reap the benefit of it.
Depends on which type of Ghanaian. If there's a Akufo-Addo type,
that's why you must open it up. Don't do to whom you know. As for President Akufo-Addo and his administration, they themselves know that. Yesterday I saw a post on his wall, and some young ones were praising him. We will miss you. We will miss you. I looked at them. So I looked at them and said, "Oh, I don't blame you. Probably you were part of those that were getting free money at the national service."
Yeah. Yeah.
In other that you would never miss Akufo-Addo for anything. If for anything that you miss him, you will miss him for all the bad reasons.
Yeah.
You understand? We must go back. I have lived in Obuasi before, and it's an eyesore. It's an eyesore. That for several years, almost 100 years that we are mining Obuasi, Obuasi cannot boast of any meaningful thing. Poverty is the order of the day. Go to Takwa. That one brother, you cry. As for Mogo, so the whole town is in a mess. Prisia, don't even talk about it.
Talk of Prisia, you know they have blocked Dankobra River at Prisia.
Really?
Yes. Prisia, they have blocked Dankobra River just at the bridge. The entire Dankobra River has been blocked. Yes.
I can't imagine.
Yes, they have.
By Galamseyers or who?
Galamseyers. And you see, I think we must all support the government's effort. We must have a serious debate. There are some people want a state of emergency declared. I don't think it's up to that, because you're looking at about an industry of almost almost 2 million people. When you declare a state of emergency, are you going to shoot to kill?
No, but I agree with the state of emergency. You see, Prince.
It's about actions, not. You see, do you know how it was known that they had blocked it? The minister has put together a task force that includes people like the Joy FM guy, what's his name? Erastus, and all those people who have been working in the industry. And they have gone around the whole country to ascertain the facts based on the information. All right? Now action is going to be taken.
No, but
declaring a state of emergency may be necessary at some point, but just declaring it just for the fun of it without knowing or ascertaining all this or putting together a team like this, is for me.
No, but Prince, the point is that it is not as if we do not know our problems. The problem has been the political will. If you go to any of these mining areas, I tell you, just go to the taxi ranks and ask them, those that are doing galamsey here. They will tell you the government appointees involved, the chiefs involved, all the people that are involved. It's not as though it's a secret.
Yes.
But who to crack? That's why I always have a problem when pastors and imams are trying to corner a president. Because you see, when they do any favor to you, and they are also in trouble and they pick a phone and call you, it will take a president who is extraordinary.
You mean it will take a John Dramani Mahama?
I don't know for now, but for now, it will take that person to defy these people. And but they are the ones doing the thing.
Oh, you mean the imams and the pastors are involved?
The pastors are involved. No, a whole church at Seviera. Before they could say Jack, they were mining under the Methodist church.
Yes, I've seen a video. Now they're mining in homes. You know? Yeah.
But even one of your MPs have been accused and have been managed by
our win. The speaker has indicated.
But I disagree with the speaker.
No.
The speaker has no capacity to investigate galamsey matters.
No. The speaker has a right to uphold the dignity of parliament, and that's the angle he's coming from.
But the criminal aspect of it.
No. That one will be given. You see,
first, you don't have to be given. The chiefs have made a statement.
You see,
what is the national security doing?
A while ago, you're still making the same mistake you made before on the IGP. On the IGP.
You see, the problem is not about
immunity. No, it's not about. So you must establish the fact. Look, we know what work Protozwa was doing. That's home MP.
Absolutely.
We know Edison, Abu Jina Posama.
Yes, and we know him out.
And I'm saying that all these people must be removed from parliament. But must it be because I said so? Must it be because you said so?
No, but that's
there must be established. No. Parliament in itself has procedures.
What are they established?
I'm saying that Parliament itself has procedures, and the Speaker has taken the lead in that part. The President also has responsibilities as far as galamsey is concerned. He has also made pronouncements that he will show anybody, regardless of political. Akufo-Addo was shielding. Hold on. I'm saying that there has been a shift, and we must recognize the shift. Now, you need all arms of government to work in tandem.
On the floor.
No, we need all arms.
What I'm saying is,
I'm helping you.
He was only making an intervention for 2 minutes. What I'm saying is, I know that's fine. It's the beauty of it. What I'm saying is that the Speaker does not have the capacity.
That was a submission.
You conclude. That is your time.
For us to succeed in the fight against galamsey, it would not take just a president. It will not take just a parliament. It will not take just the judiciary. It will not take just the security forces. It will not take just the media and CSOs. It will take a collective. And that is why when Akufo-Addo blew that opportunity, when there was a whole government and other, in fact, it wasn't even government that started it. The media and Ghanaians started it. Then everybody else got on board. Then he blew it. And then when even Mutumi was caught, he said, as we speak, he vindicated him and vindicated everybody else. When that DC, the one whose wife died, in Ashanti, yes, it was a DCE who was caught.
Yeah, the one who was yes.
When his own chairman of the the interministerial task force, that's report. He hid the report for 2 years.
That report must be bought. That report is there, and names have been mentioned.
This president is going to work on it. You see.
Are you giving that assurance?
I'm telling you, the president has spoken. You've not heard him. The minister has also spoken. You've not heard him. Just last week, they both spoke.
People have spoken in the past, and we didn't see anything.
No. That was just last week, and he has put together the team that has gone, and that's how come you are surprised that you are sitting in the studio, but people are on the ground working. And I'm saying that when they gather these facts, they will add it to all the other facts, just like the oral. You gather the facts first, then you give it to appropriate agency. You don't just go out there and then you just start shooting people.
So what is Speaker Babge's business of investigating?
Now, you see, there are some MPs involved. So he's sounding the note of caution. You see, today, for example, when they are coming for that, the one who was given this in contempt of court, the election one, the one who was warned, the one who was warned that if you go and sit in and...
But he was misled by Afenyo.
Afenyo has misled a lot of people.
Yes.
Now, he's just letting the members of parliament and by extension Ghanaians know that he will not shield anybody.
But I disagree with the speaker. He
has because there are parliamentary immunities that will kick in. What
you are saying, the fact has to be established that indeed the MP is culpable in involving or engaging himself in galamsey. Is that not what you are saying?
Yes.
Now, what capacity does Speaker Bagme has in investigating galamsey matters to come to that
determination? He is not saying a petition was brought to him by the chiefs that this MP is involved. You understand? Now, once a petition is brought to the speaker, there are processes in parliament that he has to go through. He's put that in motion, and he's saying to them that it's not just this one. There are several others, and if your matter comes before him, it will be dealt with this particular.
So he must refer to the national security.
No, he has done that, and it's been done.
He has not done it. Speaker,
how do you know? I'm telling you.
The investigation on galamsey matters.
It's been sent to the right places. Otunfor the stools on chiefs recently because they were involved in galamsey. You think that's where it ends? The national security have seen that they have to go out and get involved.
Thank you very much.
They have not been appointed and they are working
for your submission. Let me come to Dr. Mazu. So look, 2 firebrands. What's my
He's in clothes.
Dr. Mazu, let me come to you.
Thank you. Good morning to the cherished viewers of ours, and thanks for the opportunity. Special Ramadan Mubarak to Ramadan. Yeah, you okay, it's welcome, and we thank him in advance. رمضان مبارك كل عام وأنتم بخير فنسأل المولى أن يوفقنا جميعا وأن يتقبل صيامنا وقيامنا آمين يا رب. I'm only praying to Almighty Allah to grant us the highest blessing in the holy month of Ramadan. All right, so I agree entirely with Sophia Akufu. She's right. And Kwame, let me look at, my opinion is this. To tackle the issue, we need to have 2 types of solutions. The first 2 that I want to mention are abstract solutions. Then the others are concrete ones, or tangible and intangible. First of all, we need a sense of patriotism to understand that the mineral is ours, and that we have every duty to use it in the supreme interest of the state. 2, we also have to know that in protecting the minerals, we need a clear-cut public policy. The sense of patriotism and the policy are abstract, and that policy must be respected by everybody. It should not be a victim of political rhetorics. It should not be a victim of political propaganda. It must be implementable. It must be respected by everybody. The third one, which is supposed to be concrete, is technology. Kwame, whether we like it or not, we need technology to be able to deal with our own minerals here. If we do not have the technology, we will be compelled to rely on the external companies. So technology here should also be linked to to a section of our educational system. I think we have been dealing with the minerals, the fuel and whatever, the minerals, for a very long time. I strongly believe that we must have courses or programs at the tertiary level that should empower our people to be able to devise the appropriate technology to deal with these issues. The last one is dealing with the private sector locally. I strongly believe that if the private sector is empowered enough, it should be able to partner the government to have a solution to the mineral, to the issues confronting our mineral extraction. Let me conclude by saying that it is not also the absolute or exclusive responsibility of the government. It should be a collective responsibility of all Ghanaians. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And you know, I saw a headline which had to do with the governor of the Bank of Ghana in relation to the gold board. You know, I think it's something positive, don't you think so, Prince?
Very, very much so. I think
okay, so first of all, let's understand what the gold board is.
okay.
I want to understand what the gold board is.
The young Sami Jemfi has given an appointment.
Okay.
And one of the responsibilities of the institution that he's been appointed to is to ensure the establishment of the gold board, which has since been established. And their responsibility, among other things, would be to ensure that the everything gold, you know, is streamlined in terms of how it's gotten, and that would impact even on Galamsey, would impact on the small-scale mining, it would impact on the large-scale mining and all that.
Right.
Then there's an aspect, yes, it would, yeah, there's an aspect also that goes to the Bank of Ghana. You know, Bank of Ghana has gold reserves. Many have, you know, challenged the kind of reserves that are claimed that we have had in the past. And Akufo-Addo, there were even stories by Al Jazeera that was stating that the president and his family were, you know, in cahoots with Galamseyers and spiriting gold out of the country. Then came the gold for oil, which made it even more murky, because then they were kind of, whether they were buying from the Galamseyers, buying from themselves and so on, or they were just using the Bank of Ghana as you know, a laundry for, you know, Galamsey gold and so on. Then there was gold for reserves, another operation that again was under the auspices of Dr. Bawumia. In fact, both of these were under Bawumia's auspices, and his office was in charge. They were supposed to be buying gold and storing to build the reserves of the country. Whether they're buying from the Galamseyers, as in Muntumi and others, that would amount to laundering the gold and, you know, so on. Now, this reset position is to wean the Bank of Ghana of all of these things which have been declared problematic by the IMF and even by this administration and so on, and putting it under one outfit that would ensure accountability and transparency. And assuming, you know, there's been this deficit, or there's been a gap between how much gold is reportedly, you know, mined in Ghana and exported, vis-a-vis in India and other in the UAE, where most of our gold goes. There's always like a 2 billion, 3 billion, and even sometimes even higher figures that are attributed to exports from Ghana, which are not accounted for locally. Remember, some gold bars were seized at the airport. And then remember also that recently there's been national security, and this one for your information, national security has been working. And now that Japan is also there, they've been conducting a lot of raids, one of which one of the raids that one of the first raids they had was the one that found the 12 containers that had money, that's newly printed money, cedis, dollars, and gold.
Stop that.
No, hold on. Hold on.
Is it that? We are very serious. We are very serious in this country. How can you come and tell me that you want the bastard money and the name of the person is Alaji? How do you think we are?
Have you heard that was a developing story?
They should tell me that.
A developing story.
You mean Alaji Mazu?
That is you.
Or Alaji Bawumia?
They shouldn't waste our years waiting.
Closer to the source. Get closer to the source.
So that when you were arrested, you see, you have put a lot about £1 million.
You see,
A developing story must be plausible.
There is nothing to be
at the time, there were 2 containers that had not been accounted for. And that's why all the information has not been put out. It's our responsibility to follow it. No, but particularly yours as a media person, to ensure that we do have a national security that's more forthcoming. with information as these issues develop. And I think that that's the direction we are going as a country right now. So we should find out which allergies specifically. Now, you see, in all of this, I think that it's a good, thing that's been done. And now that the governor has also indicated, and I take this governor very seriously, because the day he was officially sworn in, first he was appointed, Hula Balu, then he was officially sworn in by the president. Shortly thereafter, things are dropping. The interest rates are dropping, treasury bill rates, etc. is dropping. And the dollar at least, is dropping, but at least it's stable, as in it's not hiking, it's around 15, and hopefully dropping further. No, the budget has not been read. There are very exciting things that are going to come in the budget. I'm sure hints have been dropped about the e-levy and the COVID levy going. There's some amount of VAT that's expected to, cushion. But I was telling you this morning, I was having a discussion with one of the NPP appointees, and I was asking, how is the government going to cater for the shortfalls in the budget? And I said, look, when you guys are arrested and the loot is recovered, the loot is more than enough to cater for the gap in the budget. It's more than enough to, let the IMF and the World Bank and everybody go to this. And we may even be contributing some money to the development of other countries if we can collect all the loot from you people. He stopped talking to me.
Anyway, thank you. Let me come to Dr. Razuk on this subject matter. This very one we're discussing. The gold boards.
Well, look, it is a very good idea if it is sincere. If there's sincerity in it, it's a very good idea, because I understand it in a way that it is supposed to prevent the corruption associated with the dealing of our gold, and then the wastage. That's how I understand it. So if there is sincerity, then it is a very good thing. But then, beyond the policy or beyond the initiative, I strongly believe that board is not meant for politicians. It is meant for everybody. So there's the need for public information and public education about it. Let Ghanaians understand it and accept it.
Right.
It shouldn't be seen like your name. In fact, when you call him the PDA, I thought you were referring to the MPP PDA, the PDA deal.
The PDA.
Yeah, the PDA. Is it PDA? I thought it.
PDA, that's a Preventive Detention Act. And then Kuma, where the miscreants were.
No, that's not even what happened. I thought he was referring to PDS. When he said PDA, I had PDS. So I thought he was.
You see where the allergy must be.
Mischief. You see where my mischief.
I think that PDA was in 64, 65.
Yeah, that was Dr. Kwame
And then they
Nkrumah.
also, when the NPP, the antecedents that the UP complained about it, then they also
introduced one that was even worse.
They said that one, they are holding you in your own interest.
Yeah.
They are protecting you against yourself.
Okay, so public education is needed. Public education is very needed. And there should be a mechanism for monitoring and evaluation, because mostly we do not have such mechanisms. So when a very good policy is abused, we cannot trace the abuse. So we want to ensure that, yes, this is a time for public solidarity with the government. I still call for goodwill. I still call for public goodwill for the government.
Right.
Let me use this opportunity to also appeal to Ghanaians to have a realistic expectation in relation to solution to our problems. The problems are enormous, and we need a reasonable period of time to deal with them.
Dr. Sylvie,
2 months old, right?
yes, no. Dr. Sylvie says, good morning to you, Your Excellency. Say good morning to Gamanche, President Derek J. for me. Tell him I like his traditional dress today. Find out from him if the land issues are duly resolved. Tell him I'm waiting for my invitation to the economic dialogue. You know, he's also an economist.
And he hasn't been
invited.
This is a serious omission.
Mahama is going to feel like DMB, and the boss subsides Hajj fear. I don't understand, because Hajj is not for the poor. Tidala wave displaced people. Okay, I don't understand what you're trying to say, sir or madam. Good morning to you. Let me just add my voice.
Muslims are being elected to
let me just add my voice to the Galamsey issue. In fact, what I see is most people talking about the problems without actually considering a lasting solution to solve the problem. First of all, why is it that the foreign investors are able to mechanize the mining operations that has existed over the years without pollution and destruction of the environment?
Sometimes they pollute.
The government should exchange local investors who are able to mechanize mining the proper guidelines to be able to extract the minerals without affecting their environment. The policy direction should engage with proper technology to advance mining activities. Your message is quite lengthy. Eugene from Takwa. 2, there should be the need for the governments to construct for the construction of TSF, that tailings storage facilities. This will stop the pollution of the water body and reduce the destruction of the forest. You see, I think they should do national Galamsey forum as well, so that they invite people.
But it has been done before.
Actually, it is necessary.
Good morning to
the lands conference is necessary.
Yeah.
There are so many consultative things. You see, Ghana, the president wants us to build Ghana together. So all the key sectors, there'll be consultation processes, and the invitations will come.
All right. To their cronies. Good morning to you, KOD. Our education sector is without a clear purpose or direction. We could, as a nation, have made decisions that we want to produce specific group of professionals from our national development. For our national development. Example, all levels of engineers, scientists, doctors, lawyers, teachers, securities, conscious curriculum, and others, just for the purpose of national development. What happened to the famous quote by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs? Ghanaians should be open to Honorable Alan Chemanting and the movement for change. Thomas from Ablekuma sent in this one. Yep. Good morning, KOD. I watched one of your sister stations where Edujian Apiadankwa sent a message to the chairman of the Economic Dialogue to invite the movement for change. Timothy sent in this one. Masa, am I inviting Yanko?
No, it's been done. I can see it here. It's been
done.
You can see it's been done. The invitation has been done. So please from here, let's go. They are waiting for you.
I have a meeting.
Four staff at the gates.
I have a meeting. All right. Now, yes, from Rio Ghana. Yes, IGP George Dampare should go on the following reasons. 1, promoting junior men ahead of senior men. 2, leaving the long-serving policemen with various degrees and diplomas and recruiting outsiders with degrees, and they come out with various ranks like ASPs, chief inspectors, chief inspector and sergeants ahead of long-serving policemen. Those senior eventually become their junior. 3, keeping personnel who pass out since 2022 to 24 as FPU visibility when district headquarters stations posts don't have men to work. 4, the police welfare is not flowing as it used to be. Personnel have applied for welfare loads and appliances. They are still pending, all because since COP Abiba retired, nobody has been appointed to manage that sector since Dampare is managing the welfare on his own. This man is a police officer, but says I shouldn't mention his name.
So now you see from the
Please let me read my messages.
No, read everything.
Kwame, the IGP Dr. Dampare must go. If he fails to investigate,
go.
No, this is a caveat here. If he fails to investigate the Tachiman election violence, the Ayawaso election violence, and the Kaswa shooting, the president has tasked him to investigate these disturbances. If he fails, he must go. But for the Mensa Bossman and the Tuahiri, I'm surprised they are even still opposed. Their departure is long overdue. Sami in Adenta sent in this one. Good morning to you. I like your discussion, but you guys are interjecting too much. Okay, we will stop.
We are sorry.
Why should we maintain someone who cannot even investigate the death of an innocent journalist? My brother, why are you asking Solo who should come? Was it not somebody that he took over from? I love this guy. Good morning to you, Pan African Television. Change the IGP in the best way so we can try other people. Greetings to Dr. Marzouk. May Allah continue to make you all great men. Amen. Yalla. I think the IGP must stay, but the EC must vanish. Colorful costume this Monday morning. Keep it up always. This is Eben from Progressive Forces. This one also says, I need KOD's personal number. Sani Saliu. Hey, Sani, what do you want my number for? You want to give me some information? All right, I've sent you my personal number.
You are lucky it is Sani, not Habiba.
This one says, change is a must. That party must go. Many scandals. Crouching at his door. Agbo from a flower border town. Charlie, people, this one also says, yes. Good morning, KOD. Please control your panelists, especially Solo and Alaji. Are they the host and heckling their colleague? The program is not like this, please. It's noisy this morning. Thank you. Yes, IGP must go. The Takrady girls incident. Ayawaso West Wogomba election. Techima election killing. Management of the police administration, etc. are some issues to let him vamoose. IGP Newideka. The boy them say. Sammy in Accra says, Ghana must not forget PNC and Afafranto for appointments. They deserve it more than Jocelyn Dumas. Hey, it will also make NDC government look more inclusive and attractive. You didn't add your name. Oh, Sammy from Accra. Okay, thank you. Solomon Jagri, Kunsu, Ahafano, Southwest. Ghanaians were living like fishes out of water in MPP government. Now, thanks be to God, we are back in our ponds. We are breathing air of freedom. My greetings to Honorable Dr. Joseph Yamin and Honorable Abubakar Sadiq. Yao Kisi says, hey, from Tadi said the current state of our electricity is as a result of what MPP people left behind after the abysmal loss. GM, thank you very much. This one has nothing to do with what we're discussing. This has been fixed. I know. But I'm current. I'm up to date too. I know everything that's happening. Hamza, Pig Farm, says, good morning to you, my good brother. Truth be told, listening to President Mahama speaks at the SONA 2025, I see nothing but an honest president trying to tell his people the truth of the economy and nothing else. President Mahama was only trying to tell Ghanaians where we are as a nation and where we are going as a nation. And I was particularly happy to hear President Mahama say that they're taking the responsibility and he has identified the crisis facing our nation and his promise to fix them, as he did in solving them. So I have no doubt that President Mahama was going to deliver. Greetings to Haj Marzouk, Ramadan Mubarak to him. This one is from, yeah. Please, Keodi, I think these problems is that our lawyers are disappointing us. Michael from when she sent in this one. All right, so look, on this matter, and then we'll move on to discuss my time there, and then yeah, tangential, it's time last one. Okay, all right. Now, who's a propaganda be possible? I don't know whether it's propaganda or this gentleman at Twisian. People are pushing for his release. I think they should reconsider. I don't know whether you agree on this. Hey, the way you are from your face, it's like you don't agree with me at all.
No, I haven't said anything.
This matter about ACN will bring up issues about some pastor.
Okay, no problem. You let's leave it.
And matters arising.
Minority, okay, hold on. Minority has boycotted MP's retreat to stop wasteful spending. But I thought the retreat is to just educate new members of parliament and orient them. Not so.
Claiming that it should be done in parliament. A retreat is a retreat. Sometimes you move out of your area so that you don't have distractions.
Yeah.
And there are lots of first timers this time around. In fact, the minority, in fact, the micro minority is only 88 people. In fact, very soon it will be about 70. Because when you remove those who are about to lose their seats, and already some have been served. I'm sure you know. Another prayer has been served.
That's why he's kept
must go. Sami Abu Jinapo will go. Potosua will go.
The person you contested has been given water company. How is he going to go?
No, don't worry. I'm saying that there are lots of seats that have to fall. But if the person has been given, the person is no longer interested, the person can resign from water and go back to parliament, or there can be by-elections. I mean, it doesn't mean that it's in his name. But these seats will fall if the right thing is done. And if the EC is pursued, and the EC is removed, and a neutral person comes, and the books are looked at, I mean, there should be about 70 or 69 MPs from the MPP side. So they can continue boycotting. There are enough MPs in parliament to do business. And this time, it's not just the one MP. In fact, you know one of the MPs attended the event they were boycotting? Yeah, one of the MPs attended. Wow. So there's a break in the front. But for me, that's not what's important. The thing is that they are supposed to have a place where they have peace of mind and be taught the rudiments, because there are so many first-time MPs. And Parliament has rules. And if you don't know the rules, you can't talk, because when you start talking, they'll ask you under which order are you coming, and then you'll be scratching your head. Meanwhile, you have a point to make. you know, but you don't know under which rule you're coming, and that is most unfortunate. So I think that it's important. At the same time, I also think that the issue of the cost must be looked at. That's indeed if they are residing in a very expensive, you know, location, because we are in austere times. But you see, the end solution is that when the loot is all recovered, we'll not be talking about whether it is expensive or not.
So, quickly.
Well, retreat is good. I mean, to go and refresh your mind on an area that you are new to is good, except that if you go to the various government agencies and institutions, one of the things that eat their budget is these conferences, retreats, and I mean,
You mean meaningless retreats? But this one is not meaningless.
no, but I'm coming there. You see, I've had an opportunity of attending one or two of these, and I can tell you, from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, they do some skirmishes. In between, they have breakfast break. After that, lunch. After that, everyone is tired. They go into their hotel rooms and go and rest. They will end the conferences and retreats with nothing. Take it from me.
Do they go alone or they go?
They go with handbags. Handbags in the evenings. People are dashing like a potro. So they would never prefer Accra. Go Accra here, their wives and their husbands will follow.
Are you insinuating? I wasn't following his.
It's in Accra. These new members are come to Accra.
Wait, are all the MPs in Accra?
But they all
the MPs, they come from other parts of the
But they all
country.
live in
Residents
Accra.
here. No,
But they all live in Accra.
No, on the contrary.
No.
On the contrary.
No.
Let me tell you why.
Yes.
Do you know why? No. Do you know why?
They all have
Do you know why we are having
residents.
issues?
Yes. Why?
Because a lot of the MPs are now trying to relocate.
That is none of our business because
the wives and husbands then as well.
No.
Not to say that it is a wrong thing, but
they are living in Accra. At least they go to Parliament from Accra. You want to have a retreat. We have hotels in Accra. In fact, the best place should have been the University of Ghana campus. The lecturers, everybody is there.
But the students are also there.
They have
Find materials.
conference rooms. There you can't have any extra room over there to go. Even if people are dashing, we cannot continue. We expect in this era of resetting, after this program, they must publish to us how much it was spending.
No, that's fine. Actually, the president is pushing that direction.
No,
and the speaker is also pushing the same
because
direction.
the speaker's position is not
transparency.
consistent. What he said last 2 years regarding Rock City should have guided him in today's system.
But the water place is not comparable to Rock City.
All his money.
With Serene Hotel.
Serene Hotel.
It's a very expensive.
It's an expensive hotel.
Very expensive.
I said compared to Rock City.
Everything is expensive. They must not defend anything.
It's a very extremely expensive.
So why would you put?
But it's a beautiful space.
No, but are you talking about beauty?
So you see, the thing is that, well, in terms of expenditure, if you look at, let's say, Rock City, and you spend, let's say, $1,000.
I mean, they have no business
and
moving
this one,
to any of
spending
this.
500. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Really,
So we need to
go to the Theta area. Go to the
So you don't want them to go to our Royal Hotel.
Houses
They should go to our Royal Hotel. We should advocate for them to go to Royal
houses are
Hotel.
being submerged.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I agree.
By the waves.
But people are complaining, then we shouldn't build the Hajj village.
No, but I agree that they shouldn't build it. But you think I will think against...
It's not government that's building the Hajj village.
Ghana Airport Company, is it a private company? That argument that fellows put up, he shouldn't even go there. He should stop it right there. That is ignorable of the highest order.
Oh,
I'm telling you, if you tell no, but that is the truth. If you tell me that Ghana Airport Company is not going to spend taxpayers' money, Ghana Airport Company is it what's the name a private institution?
I don't know who's in the MCR. The person is just
Look, this business, people genuinely that wants to go to Hajj, they have been doing this without government support. Ever since government came in, that's when they muddied all these waters.
People are chopping money,
using it. No. I'm telling you.
No, but he's right. This one he's right.
No. I'm saying that
on the part of government.
No. I'm saying Solo is making a brush too broad. Now, when the government starts getting involved in the business of Hajj, you see, the Saudi Arabia government, in fact, Hajj is actually a government-to-government arrangement, isn't that correct? The quotas that are given, they're not given to individuals. Is that not correct?
No, they don't.
No. The deal. No, I'm telling you, this is fact.
government to government, the government must bring people to come and perform.
No, do you know how people go to the Hajj?
You see,
No, you are here. So you help us. No, so you help us. So is that not correct? Is that not correct? Is that not the case? Now, yes.
Administratively, it's bilateral.
Exactly. And bilateral doesn't mean human beings going on their own to Hajj.
No, administratively, that's what I'm saying. Administratively, it's bilateral.
You see, this whole business, people are going to satisfy their faith that the faith needs.
Yes.
What is the business of government in there?
You heard what he said. Administratively, the government.
You see, the order of politics.
But you see, so let me answer your question. See, Solo's question is in relation to operation.
Yeah.
Your question, both of you are right. Look, if you ask me, I will tell you that Hajj should be outside the manipulation of any politician.
That is it.
Look,
the reason being ICQ.
I
said the reason being ICQ. Proceed. No,
I was part of the ICP.
I know, but I'm just saying that ICP.
And I fought it. I fought the council. And I resigned because I couldn't bear it.
Yes.
The corruption that went on.
Exactly.
I couldn't bear it. So I resigned. And it's on record.
Yeah.
Yes.
I resigned. So I can speak freely. Of course.
But
when
now,
it comes to
now there's been a change.
No, I'm telling you, we haven't yet started. We haven't yet started. But let me tell you something. When we say it's government to government, it is government to government because of allocation.
Yes.
Because government institutions are involved. We have a whole Ministry of Hajj in Saudi Arabia,
yes,
which conducts the Hajj in collaboration with the Ministry of Religious Affairs,
yes,
Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and Ministry of Interior. So these ministries and agencies must also have collaboration with
their counterparts.
Relevant institutions. But that is in terms of administration. But however,
you apply.
When you apply, let me tell you something. In certain countries, and Saudi, I raised in honor of Saudi government. Saudi is now advocating the independence of Hajj. In certain countries, people, individuals, it's a matter of quota.
Yes.
When we say the
quota,
every country is given the quota.
Yes.
Now in America, in other countries, no government institution is involved.
Yes.
As an individual, you apply.
That is it.
The quota is there. You apply. When you get, then you go and you go and arrange everything.
In Ghana today, the government has been able to secure 5,000 spaces.
It's not. The government has no business doing this. Let me tell you something. I'm telling you what happens. I'm a Muslim, and I'll be involved in that. What happens is that what happens is that what is the first you? I want to explain something. I want to explain something. The quota, every country. First of all, Saudi does the quota.
Yes.
And it has.
How much does that this year? How much does it? 5,000? I don't know.
And I'm saying that look, the quota they have minimum and maximum.
Yes.
First of all, they give you the first quota.
Yes.
Now Ghana has been given 5,000.
Yes.
So we are agreeing. No. We're not saying it's skilled.
Yes.
It is skilled. They didn't go and fight for it. The Saudi gave it. So that's the impression I want to.
Now let me ask you. All right. Then Tamale Airport to fly from Tamale. We are not discussing. No, I'm asking. No, that's crazy important.
Yes.
And when was it?
Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
So let me chairman of appointments committee.
I haven't spoken on this issue.
So speak on it. The chairman says don't answer that.
Yes, I haven't spoken on this issue.
Speak to the issue.
Yes. The issue you've discussed.
The airport.
No.
The airlifting of the people.
No, not the airlifting of the people.
The fact that you can fly direct from Tamale.
No! Oh! You see, so the person who said we are interjecting should also see how he's interjecting.
Somebody just said that he's interjecting. I just saw it. I'll read it. People are saying you are interjecting.
So after you can still, if you have your quota, you have everything. You can still apply.
Are you still discussing it, or you want to discuss the topic that we're discussing?
Okay,
so proceed with that topic.
What's the topic? Tell me the topic. No, tell me the topic. Because I still want. I was discussing the Hajj.
It wasn't the Hajj.
It wasn't the Hajj.
It was. You chipped in the Hajj.
It was the minority boycotts the retreat.
Yes, the minority
And
boycotted
did
the
not
retreat.
discuss anything on it.
No,
No, but he just out of his interjection strategies, he came in with that. So with the minority, I mean, let's be clear. First of all, and we should be fair to the government too. Perhaps, unless of course they enjoy a discount, that hotel is expensive.
Yep.
But we also need to strike a reasonable balance between the relevance of the retreat and the expenditure. If the expenditure can accommodate the retreat, so be it. But in an era of austerity, you do not position yourself to be seen by people as basking in the sea of extravaganza. Say, yes. Thank you. You know, when you want me to tighten my belt and you are basking in the sea of extravaganza, that becomes problematic. Retreat should be seen as a feature of every governance, and no one can oppose it. But retreat should also be conducted within the context of the economic reality of the country.
Thank you very much. Let me read a few messages. Hi, Kewode. Between the IGP, Akufu Dampare, and Jemensa, most Ghanaians would prefer to have the IGP, retained. Unlike the EC chair, aside few of his subordinates in the service who have their own beef with their superior, nationally, he's carried out himself well on his duty. Not perfect though. For the EC chair, I won't waste my time typing. The least said about her, the better. Unfortunately, she may be one of the casualties of reset in Ghana. That's untenable. Good morning. Sani Salihu sent in this one. All right, Sani, that's your opinion. Thank you. This one says, please, my lord, can a defiling criminal be granted bail? Yes, according to the law, all crimes, murder, whatever, yes, you must be granted bail. However, there's a problem. The problem is that it is at the discretion of the judge before whom you appear. So the judge, on the basis of section 96, I believe, 1 or so, 5, 96, 5 or 96, 6, will determine whether you meet some criteria. If you meet the criteria, then the court can grant you bail. So they say that, yes, everybody is entitled to bail, but the grant of which is dependent on the discretion of the judge. The judge can say that, well, you have not provided enough basis to support your claim for bail. That, oh, you have a place of abode, that you have a job that you do, that you live in a community where everybody knows, that you will not go and tamper with evidence. All of these things, your lawyer must prove to the court that surety. That one cries, you know, you have two types. You can go for self-recognizance bail, or you can go for, so all those things. But once a matter is before court, that is when, so the police sometimes, if they want to mafia you, they have the 48-hour rule. So beyond 48 hours, they cannot continue to keep you in there. Yeah, so what they need to do is that they can't do that. Whether surety or not, they cannot. So what they will do is that they will take you to court. So immediately if they want to mafia you, they will take you to court, and then the prosecutor will justify why. I think it's 96(5), you know, of the Criminal and Other Offences Act. So why you should be kept? So they will say that you are helping them. You are helping them with.
The person is innocent until proven guilty.
That's why you have been given the opportunity.
And you are saying you are holding me in your bosom.
Yeah.
Because you are
aiding with investigation.
I am not supposed to aid the police in any investigation.
The police said they are doing their investigation, and that you will assist the police. You are saying that I committed a crime, and you want me to assist with self-incrimination.
If you want Collins Dowder and his team to succeed, please advise them to first of all give us the breakdown.
Gentlemen, respectfully. Gentlemen, hold on. Let Prince wants to say something.
No problem. Because I will have the opportunity to advise them. Yes. They should run away from bootlicking. They shouldn't listen to praise singers. Yes. They should be fair. They should be transparent. They should give us a breakdown.
Go ahead.
Sorry for the interjection. Yes. And we are sorry for.
I do not direct this to only my Ghana people or my La people, but to all Ghanaians. So, fellow Ghanaians, let us all ensure that we not only celebrate a Ghana month, but every month should become part of the Ghana Black Star experience. Let us eat Ghana, let us wear Ghana, and let us, as much as possible, spend what would generate jobs for Ghanaians. Now to my La people. And I think I'll just take it to the what do you call it? The vetting of my sister Na Odole, soon to become the Deputy Minister for Local Governments and Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs. During her vetting, the MPP really, displayed what they should have been doing in every vetting, no unnecessary questions and so on. And one that really caught my attention was the request by, what's his name, the one who was pushing the table, overturned. Ahmed. He spoke in Ghana and was requesting for us to have a La Manche, and that everybody is looking up to the La people and will come and join us have our La Manche. I want to assure Ahmed and by extension everybody that not too far from now we will have a La Manche, we will have a La Jasiche, we will have a Kwe Akuchuche, and together with the government and the institutions of states will ensure that the administration of the La lands are done in a manner that will benefit every Ghanaian, will benefit the states and not third parties who use the state power to annex our lands for their personal good. It would be exclusively for national developmental purposes. And those who want it for private purposes or business or real estate can also go to the open market and get it at good rates through the right processes. And when the La Manche comes, his seal will be the final seal to justify all land transactions. We do have the La Bank, just like DVLA. You would have to process your money through the banking sector so that we can trace all unexplained wealth. Because many people are using land for money laundering. At the same time also, the unexplained wealth thing, there's also the looting and using state institutions like the Works and Housing to allocate bungalows to people who then in turn sell these things at cutthroat prices when they get it very cheap. Right. So overnight millionaires will be a thing of the past. Thank you very much.
Please, something serious is happening at Pando Technical Institute. The school has given a directive not to register third years who are owing PTA dues. This has left a lot of students traumatized. Please, and please, send this to the Education Authority, concerned parent. So please, I think that this ought to be dealt with immediacy, but we have to go. The National Economic Dialogue has started. Pan-African Television is broadcasting it live. I won't be there, but well-meaning Ghanaians will be there who are representing all of us. I thank you very much for your time this morning. I want to apologize. I think the show was a little noisy today. I want to apologize on behalf of my panelists, but it's all in the interest of the good people of this country. Sometimes we may interject because we have a point that we may want to put across.
So that it's out of your own creativity.
Well, so now he wants to blame me for his interjections. I will accept the blame. I will accept the. At least I'm not like a Kufuado who will go and say that his ministers are doing well when in fact his ministers were trailing. I will admit that yes, I encourage.
And let them also understand that sometimes we can be unconventional.
Yes. So National Economic Dialogue is happening. Stay with us. Bye bye.